What's up, guys? Today we're going over bar and bat mitzvahs versus quinceañeras. So if you have been interested in either, I feel like I'm going to show you the comparisons, what to think about, and my experiences. So if you want to know that, bar and bat mitzvahs versus quinceañeras, this is the video for you. So let's get into it. So I'm going to come out the gate really honest and upfront. I have had multiple inquiries for quinceañeras, but I've never booked one. I've definitely booked debuts and done those, but I am just basing all of my facts off of other photographers and what they've said and online information. And I am a true expert in bar and bat mitzvah photography because I've been doing it for about 15 years full time, made I'm sure over $1 million by now with them. So I think I'm pretty qualified to tell you about bar and bat mitzvahs. So number one, bar and bat mitzvahs are shorter, surprisingly, than quinceañeras. So mitzvahs tend to run anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. And I've told you in prior videos, you've got the morning service and then usually a break in the middle and then the evening service. Sometimes you will just have a 6-hour gig where it's morning and goes straight into like brunch, party, whatever they want to do. So that would be a 6-hour day. Whereas quinceañeras, I was just talking to the DJ last night at my event and he was saying his, I guess, I don't know, niece or someone had a quinceañera and they were up till 4 a.m. in the morning partying and drinking. So now obviously like the photographer wouldn't stay there that long, but you've got like the service or the church and then like a full day reception, or I don't really quite know how it goes. But what I do know is I've had multiple inquiries and they never book me. And I've heard that they are kind of lower end. Some I'm sure will be super high end and there is market for that. But again, it's not like a mitzvah. Like you've got multiple kids, and we'll go into the rest of the bullet points that I have that I want to talk about. But you're talking about a girl, like one girl when she turns, I guess, 16 or coming of age. So it's like less opportunity for referrals, right? First bullet point, shorter schedules for bar and bat mitzvahs versus longer days for quinceañeras. Number two, I hate to say it, but higher average budget. Many Jewish families, it's such an important tradition in their culture that they start saving as soon as the kiddo is born. So the budgets that I work in, I would say minimum 35, 40 to upwards of 100K. So this is something that these families plan for. Now, I'm not saying quinceañeras, they don't plan for them. I just don't know how important it truly is. And I don't know if they do that once the baby's born, the girl's born. And again, mitzvahs are for all genders, whereas I think the quinceañeras are just for girls, right? When they become a certain age. So the Jewish community is planning for this for a very long time. And you have, I mean, it is a full-on event where you've got the albums and all the things that they do, the prints and wall portraits. It's a very big deal, higher budget. They have premium decor and entertainment. I mean, I work with event planners and DJs that just solely do this. Not solely, but I would say 95% of their income is bar and bat mitzvahs. Two is higher average budget. And number three, we've kind of talked about a little bit, is repeat and referral clients, right? Usually they have 2 to 3 kids. So that means 2 to 3 events that are coming down the road if you did a good job on the first one. Sometimes they don't, they just have one. And what does that mean? You do a great job on that one and they refer all their family and friends. So easy repeat and referral clients. And that's not even to mention like if they want family portraits or high school graduate photos, which I've definitely done too. But quinceañeras, again, it's just one gender, the girl, and at a certain age. And then how many times are they going to have, like for the girls, like how often is it they have like multiple girls and high budgets for each girl? I just don't know if that's part of the normal quinceañera or Latin culture to do that. I think it tends to be a one-time event with just fewer follow-ups than the bar and bat mitzvahs, just specifically based on their bar and bat mitzvahs are for boys, girls, and twins and all that, right? And all the different genders. I did a bet mitzvah, which was transgender. So that's another gender, right? That's another referral source and even niche within the niche, right? Because there's definitely something for that. 3, more repeat and referral business with bar and bat mitzvahs. And number 4, there's less formalities, I think, and more fun. I love all the fun that we have at bar and bat mitzvahs. Mitzvahs are definitely party theme forward, where you've got the service and all that in the beginning, but then there's a huge party at the end. Quinceañeras are a little bit more ceremonial or traditional, limiting a little bit of flexibility and creativity. Like, I know you could do the portrait session before with a big gown and have fun with that. They just seem to be a little bit more formal. Maybe I'm wrong, because my DJ did say that he partied till 4 a.m. So maybe they do really like to party, but I don't know if that's more like alcoholic beverages likes to party versus like DJs, a little bit more family friendly, kind of younger kids. Maybe quinceañeras tend to be a little bit more older, so they do like to drink more. So I feel like there's more opportunity for photos with the games and the DJs. It's just a kind of a different vibe, because they're definitely younger kids than the quinceañeras. All right, number 5, this is kind of general. A little bit easier client communication for bar and bat mitzvahs than the quinceañeras, because I'm just saying from experience and what I've heard on the streets and online, bar and bat mitzvahs, I'm dealing with just the moms. Sometimes the dads are involved, but really for the photographer's part, it's really just the mom. With the DJ, you're probably engaging with the kid more, but as a photographer, I'm usually just dealing with the mom, maybe a little bit of the dad CC'd here and there, because he or she might be paying more for the check or the deposit. I don't know. But usually I'm just done with the mom. It's really easy client communication, not a problem. I could imagine with the quinceañeras, you're navigating the teen parent kind of dynamic and multi-generational input, and what that means and how that plays out can be a little bit more effort when it comes to photography and just communicating what all of those different parties want, right? Whereas when it comes to me, I'm just talking to mom. She's deciding if she likes my pictures. I help her navigate the timeline maybe a little bit, but usually that's the planner or the DJ. And I just really ask for family photos. That's it. And the album. It's like not a big deal. I've photographed it a million times. They usually go with exactly what I want to do, and it's never an issue. It's like 2 emails and that's it. I can't I can't imagine the teen dynamic with the parents for the quinceañeras, and then you got the grandparents that are probably in there putting in the money, honey, and doing all the things and making sure they get pictures. It's like just complete different vibe. What I've heard from other photographers as the budgets are lower, a little bit more challenging, and just different. I don't know. It's not good or bad. It depends on whatever you want. For me, I'm taking mitzvahs all day long. Number 6. Now this could be like a little bit of a generalization, but I don't know. It's just my experience. I've experienced the Jewish community is very, very tight knit. Now, I'm sure that the Latin, Spanish community, whatever, is very tight knit too. But I don't know, like, do they go to certain churches? I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that my clients go to certain temples and synagogues, and they all talk and congregate and like refer each other. So they're like, who did you use for photography? Who did you use for event planning? Who did you use for DJs? Blah, blah, blah. So like, I don't know if the Latin community is like that. Maybe they are, probably. But my experience is that they just tend to work with the same specific people. So in our area, Denon and Doyle, Gadsby. Oh, there's a couple that are really high end. Ricky is one of the DJs, but they tend to use the same DJs over and over and over again, and the same photographers. So you will see that there's like 5 or 10 of us that like they will reach out to, and period, end of story. Now, I don't know if that's the same in the Latin community, the Spanish Latin community. I would think that they probably use a lot of like newer upcoming photographers. I've had multiple inquiries. No one's ever booked me. And I believe it's just because of my pricing. But I've had friends that have shot them, and they said their budgets are a little bit lower end than the quinceañeras. The budgets are lower than the bar and bat mitzvahs, but I feel like there's always a higher end client within every niche. So I'm sure there are quinceañeras that are really high end. So you just have to find them. But my experience is that I've never booked any, but I think it's because of my pricing, because I'm kind of pricey, but I have no problem with bar and bat mitzvahs. And number 7 is honestly, I feel like you become part of the family story. So the bar and bat mitzvahs are such a massive part of the culture and the tradition that I just feel like I become part of the family. And I love that. I think it's so awesome because I capture these monumental moments for them, and they just treat me like a long-term partner. Like I just did one last night that it was 6 years ago from his brothers, and I just like part of the family. I love that. It just becomes like a repeat client for like lifetime, probably kind of like a realtor if you do a good job. Probably could be the same for quinceañeras, but I just feel like the opportunity is not as abundant. There are definitely girls that are turning of age and having these, but how many times do you have families that have multiple girls? Yes, is that option 100%. But like with bar and bat mitzvahs, you could have all the siblings, whereas in a quinceañera, it's just the girls. So it's just a little bit more limited. And again, everything that I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. I have had so much success with bar and bat mitzvahs. I obviously haven't had success with quinceañeras, and I've just taken what people say online and what other photographers tell me. So, in my experience, which I've never booked one, I've had multiple inquiries, but I've never booked one. And maybe it's because, I had debuts on my website at the time, so it's not like they couldn't see, an example of something similar, but I just think it was my pricing. And maybe I just wasn't dialed into that right community. But I think that bar and bat mitzvahs are opportunity for more referrals, more leads, more opportunities to work and get referrals easily and bookings if you do a great job, because it's such a major part. Like, I don't know, during COVID, did quinceañeras have happen? I know bar and bat mitzvahs did, so just in a different way. So I don't know. And that's my play on it. That is my personal opinion of why I would pick bar and bat mitzvahs and b'nai mitzvahs over quinceañeras. I just think there's more opportunity, more ways to get client referrals, and more ways to build a business, a six-figure business that is successful and fun and easy and awesome. So you could do that with quinceañeras too. Just got to find the right niche and delve into it. But if you want to take bar and bat mitzvahs to the next level and learn more, definitely click down below. I have a course that I created on bar and bat mitzvahs and everything you need to know, how to make six figures with them and how to get into the community, get those referrals going, what to shoot, everything from A to Z, and have success in them. So if you want to know more about that, definitely click in the descriptions box below, my Photo Mitzvah Maven course. And if you want to get into quinceañeras, go for it. I wish you nothing but success and luck. And hopefully you can prove all of these little bullet points that I'm completely wrong and make a beautiful, successful career in quinceañeras. Because obviously life is an opportunity to be had. And if you want to get into bar and bat mitzvahs, I'm your gal. So click below, like and subscribe, keep all your negative comments away, and only positive love here. And if you got value, make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.